Hi, this is Linda with LLB Vintage and Pretties in Mesa, Arizona. We're at 4026 East Main Street, suite number 2, again, Mesa, Arizona. We are a fairly new shop. Well, not fairly new, we're a brand new shop for vintage. A lot of people ask me, what does vintage mean? Vintage means something must be 30 years old to become a vintage item. If it's antique, it needs to be 100 years old. I think it's a little bit harder to find antique products or glass pieces than it is to find vintage. Usually when I think of antique, I think about furniture more than I think about glass. So that is a real quick explanation between vintage and antique. The other thing is people say, okay, your name is LLB Vintage and Pretties. Well, we understand the vintage, but we don't understand the pretties. Pretties are just, maybe it is not something that is vintage. It's just something that's pretty that I think that you would enjoy looking at. But today we're going to talk about Delft Blue, and we're going to talk about blue and white products, and you'll see the difference very shortly. The piece that is in front of you right now is Delft Blue, and it's spelled D-E-L-F-T, Delft. And what it means is it is a Holland piece, or it is a Dutch piece. Anything with a windmill on it is a Delft Blue product. As you can see, this does have the windmill in it. It also has the holes in it, and those are what we call reticulated holes. Around the holes, you will see the little blue flowers that are extremely cute. We have the dark blue handles with the light blue leaves. And as we go around, you can see that there are little blue flowers on the outside of this berry basket as well. I don't know how loud this is for you people, but it might be. So anyway, this is a Delft Blue reticulated berry basket. And with this little berry basket, you could leave it plain and not put anything in it. Or you could put nuts in it, which would be very nice. You could put candies in it. Anything that you like in color that goes with blues. Blues happen to be my favorite color. My daughter says that I will tell you purple is, but blue is actually my favorite color. So again, this is a reticulated berry basket, Delft Blue. Its price today is $21. The next thing I have for you is another Holland piece, or there's the windmill, as you can see. He is a 1 cup, it is a 1 cup teapot. And it's a blue Dutch style ceramic teapot. It's from Noble Ball. This also is vintage. It's extremely pretty. I think that I would use this more of a display piece or a decorative piece than I would use it for a teapot. But you can see how the dark blues and the light blues are painted on. These are hand painted pieces. The one I showed you previously and this one. It's got blue stripes on the handle And it's got blue on the top of this teapot spout here. Here is the little top that goes to it. And again, it does have a windmill on it and little flowers. And the top is in light blue, and around it is a dark blue. This does not have any chips or cracks. This today, for you, the special, is $15.99. This you can find on my eBay site. Everything I think I'm showing you today is on my eBay site. So you can go purchase it there from LLB Vintage and Pretty. And that's my eBay. The next thing I have to show you are just the blues and the whites. These are not Delft Blue, they're blues and white. This one, excuse me, is more of a blue and cream. It's got very pretty painting under the lip of the vase. And something that I learned the other day about vases that I didn't know before is the size of the mouth up here will tell you whether this is a bud vase or whether it is a flower vase. Because this is a larger mouth, this would be a regular vase that you put flowers in. And down here on this, it looks like this is, it looks like it's more of a pine cone or pine tree type design. Excuse me. So this is a small vase. So this is a blue and white small vase. And today the price is $9.99. And I do not know where he was made, as there is no markings on the bottom. Very, very pretty little piece. Here we have a little bell, a little cat bell. I think he is just too cute for words. So I like the way that this little string won't stay out of our way, will it? I like the way that he's painted in different blues. So you can see down here it's a darker blue around his neck and a little bell that is in lighter blue. His dots are dark blue. And his ears and eyes and whiskers and paws are done in a light blue. And he is a bell. I thought about putting him on my door, so at my shop here, so when people come in, I can hear them, but I don't want it to break. Here's his little tail in the back, and then he's got a sash, so I guess that might be a she. This little piece today is a Japanese ceramic cat wind bell, and I can't tell you the way to pronounce it. It looks like it's Mani Kiniko Blue, and the cat is $17.95 today. I think he's going to go pretty fast. What we have here is a beautiful 1980s to 1990s Chinese blue and white partridge on a nest covered dish. I saw him and I couldn't believe him. I've only seen the chickens on the covered nest. or on the nest. He has no chips or cracks. It is also hand painted, as you can see. So the top of him is painted with beautiful feathers that you can actually see that look like feathers. It looks like he has little eyelashes around his eye, and you can see the top of his feathers laying down, and very big eyes. This is a partridge on a nest, a covered dish. He does it has a few chips on the inside, but you can't see those when the top is on it. This is what the inside looks like. It's a tiny little bowl, but again, it's something that you could put anything that you want in it. Nuts, candies. You could put it on your bedside as a trinket dish. You could put it in your bathroom. You could put soap in it. You could put soap in it and then cover the soap up with the top of them. I don't know exactly how practical that would be, but it's a very pretty piece. And this partridge on a nest is $15 today. And he is vintage. The next thing that I have for you is a blue sky rooster. He was made in 2001, and he's just a figurine. And you can see his feet, the way that this was hand painted. You can see the beautiful chest feathers. Beautiful, beautiful piece. He is a figurine. I'm trying to quit saying he is. The rooster is a figurine. It's got the big feathers in the back. This Blue Sky 2001 rooster figure is $15 today. Very, very pretty piece. So you can see the difference now between a blue and white and the Dutch blue or the Holland blue, the Delft blue, from a regular blue and white piece. And that's what makes the difference in those. So you know, if you're out shopping, you know the difference between Delft and regular blue and white product. Again, this rooster is today $15. Very pretty piece, nice and shiny. I did have to touch up a few little paint chips, so I touched them up and you cannot see them now. So he's back to being the rooster's back to being just beautiful. The next thing I have for you today is this absolutely gorgeous bowl. So you could probably use this in the oven to maybe make corn or mashed potatoes or whatever you want to put in there to make. It would be very pretty if you had white dishes on your table and then you bring in this casserole dish, and it would just give your table some pop. I like my tables to have pop. I use white dishes, and then I'll sometimes for dinner bring in reds, or I'll bring in the blues, or I'll bring in other colors rather than white, because white on its own sometimes can be very beautiful, but other times very boring. This piece was hand painted, and it's Temptations by Tara. It's old world blue and white, and it's hand painted. You can see the pretty little black paintings around here. And you can see on the bottom where it's marked. And this today is $18.99. The next thing I have for you are these absolutely gorgeous blue and white salt and pepper shakers. They are vintage, done with wood on the top and on the base. And the ceramic on the outside is painted in the blue and white. Very, very beautiful pieces. And you could use these just as decoration or use them as salt and pepper shakers. What I would do if I were buying these, I would probably oil the wood so it stays nice, so it doesn't break, because wood has a tendency to do that. And then they do have their corks in them, or their stoppers, not corks. So these are a vintage white and blue salt and pepper shakers. And today the salt and pepper shakers are $12. Those are enough to make your mouth drool. As a matter of fact, any white and blue or Delft can make your mouth drool. This is my last piece today. This is another blue and white. This is a hand painted piece made in Japan, or excuse me, made in China. I take that back. I don't believe he is hand painted. I believe that is transferware. And what they do with transferware is they take a piece of plastic or something soft and they lay it in there and then glaze over the top so it doesn't come off. This is a wall pocket for plants. I put this on my white wall here in my store, and it's very beautiful on the wall as well. I think if you've seen some of our other videos, when we did a whole store video, you would see this on the wall. I would tell you what kind of fruits are on here, but I have no idea. So this is Linda with LLB Vintage and Pretties. Thank you for hanging out with me today. Excuse me. So most of these items are on my eBay. Go ahead and take a look at my eBay. If there's something you want on there, that's awesome. Go ahead and purchase it. And everything will be on there. So thank you again. This is Linda with LLB Vintage and Pretties. We are located at 4026 East Main Street, Suite number 2 in Mesa, Arizona. And welcome back to all our snowbirds or winter visitors. We will see you tomorrow. Thanks, bye.